Hi, Anne Newant here from PowerPay's Contractor Payroll Services. Now today we're in Canberra speaking to Shah Greaves from Acumen Contracting and Recruiting. How are you, Shah?
I'm very well, thanks, Anne. It's good to see you.
Excellent, thanks very much. Now Shah, you're a senior consultant, so you're obviously dealing a lot with the contractors.
Yes.
Now we get asked a lot of different questions. Now one of the questions that the guys are wanting to know is, what's the basis of, how do you work out what you're going to be charging them and what's that based on?
And that's a really good question, and that's something that comes up quite often. And what people don't realise is that there's a lot of time that we take from an agency perspective in responding to tenders and getting onto panels. For instance, the current Centrelink panel, which has been opened up to a number of other government departments, the original tender that was proposed took a lot of effort to put that documented and submitted. There's also time that we take in interviewing candidates who then become our contractors, then the follow-up with our contractors on a regular basis, maintaining the integrity of a database, and also the hidden factors such as going out for client appointments, the time that it takes to go out to actually understand what the requirements are from the client's perspective, what they need skill set wise, and matching those up from a candidate perspective. But there's also another hidden cost, and that's from a contract payroll side of things, where there was an instance this morning, a contractor was mentioning to me that where she is working at the moment, her payroll management company has to wait until they are actually paid by the client before they can actually pay the candidate. In Acumen world, we actually pay prior to the client paying us.
And that's a big thing.
Which flows on to PowerPays, which means that PowerPays can then afford to pay the contractor, whether it be fortnightly or monthly, but at the time that they're expecting their pay. And that's one of those hidden costs that people don't really see, do they?
And the cost of factoring the money to do that is quite expensive. We often get asked that sort of thing by the contractors, and they just don't realise how good it is to have an agency that will pay them on a regular basis, fortnightly, monthly, whichever it happens to be, so that they can get their budgeting in place. No, okay, my mortgage is due on this day, I'll get my money on this day.
Correct.
Because as a management company, we can't pay before we've actually got the money. Otherwise, we've got to use people's supers and tax, which we can't do. But, you know, to have an agency that's doing that is fantastic.
Exactly. This just hidden costs that, you know, it seems such a simple process where we match the skill set to the job requirement, do the paperwork with contracts, organise the payroll management side of things with the appropriate companies, and it's just...
But even the time getting the tender together.
Correct.
But
also maintaining the contacts with the clients where the panel arrangements are. Some clients we're not able to get to directly to the hiring managers, so we have to work through the procurement area. So understanding those little anomalies takes a bit of time.
That's right. And building the relationships so that you have got access to the contracts that the contractors want to be working on.
Correct. And what's really reassuring is when we get referrals from other candidates, contractors referring their work colleagues, etc. And that's where we very much appreciate. And from a client perspective, you know, we've supplied to ex-client with the contractor because our contractor's been doing a fabulous job. The client then says, well, you know, they're pretty good. They do what they say they're going to do and come back to us on repeat business. That's the aim.
It's fantastic.
It is good.
Well, thank you, and hopefully you've cleared that question up for a lot of our contractors that are watching. And thanks for your time again, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Anne. Bye.